Hey, this is Nuckles87 coming at you live from the Sonic Stadium YouTube channel. Yeah, I'm running a bit of a late night thing here. It's an experiment. If it doesn't work out, I'm probably going to delete it. But I'm experimenting with kind of like a lot, sort of like more, more like quicker news coverage. On on our streaming stuff. I did something for Twitch a couple days ago, which I uploaded. Now I'm doing something on YouTube to see if I don't know, that gets more of a live audience. It's probably not because I'm running it very late. It's just when I had time and opportunity to actually do it. But I don't know. Like, this is mostly just an experiment anyway. And this is also my first time running something, like streaming something to YouTube, at least in a while. I'm currently trying to figure out where I even watch this thing. Because I'm on our YouTube right now, and I'm not seeing anything. Let's see. Let's go straight to the channel. Ah, there we are. Okay. Okay. Looks like the audio balancing should still be good. Oh, and I need to mute the device I'm using to monitor this. You'd think I would know to do that regularly by now, just instinctively. Anyway, so we're here to talk about some Sonic Central. When they first announced that it was definitely not coming in June, my expectation was, okay, like maybe July? I figured July, maybe August, like something where they would like do a big like reveal for Sonic Shadow Generations. And they could still conceivably do that, of course. But, of course, whenever it comes to Sonic Central, you have to keep your expectations in check. Like, they've only ever announced games, like, a game once at this thing. And that was the first one. Generally they use it to, highlight some merch, give us a little bit of detail on whatever their big, screen thing is that they want to promote. I know that for Sonic Prime, the most they ever really gave us for that on a Sonic Central was, the Eggman logo. I'm hoping I'm not misremembering the movie here. That was it. And we did not really get anything for the movie. Mostly, by and large, what we get is we'll get, mobile tie-ins, normally mobile tie-ins we already know about, merch, often merch we already know about, especially, I don't know, Lego and King Ice, which we know we're getting King Ice tomorrow. They kind of just came out and confirmed that today. And we know that we have some new Lego sets coming, because a couple just got leaked, including a Super Shadow versus BioLizard deal. So, we definitely know we're getting Lego. We definitely know we're getting King Ice. And apparently we're getting something from Monkey Ball, which I don't know what they could do for Monkey Ball. Because, they already showed they already released all of the Sonic DLC. You know, all of the announced Sonic DLC anyway. Like, you know, we got classic Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Amy. We've got the Shadow skin. What else is there? And like, I guess the answer to that could be, you know, proper Shadow, I suppose. Or maybe guess some other random Sonic characters, I guess, could appear. Like, I guess one thing that, ooh, you know, I used to do that all the time. But I was just trying to do it properly this time. But, like, I guess one underrated thing that they could do is, like, you know, give us Super Monkey Ball levels based on Sonic locations. Oh, I'm sorry. I was trying to watch. I'm trying to look at the chat here. B says Shadow is either going to be in a ball or a sun. Oh yeah, yeah. I was just talking about that Sonic theme level. Yeah, like Sonic theme level that would work. You know, Green Hill would look perfectly nice in a Super Monkey Ball stage. Like heck, any of the levels they like to revisit, like Chemical Plant or you know, the levels from Lost World. You know, those will all work fine in a Monkey Ball. So that is certainly a possibility. Of course, my next question is that going to be like paid content or free? And like, I guess it could be free. Like Sega has been pretty good about free DLC generally. But of course, all of the Monkey Ball DLC, at least as far as I can remember, has been paid. And I think they did say that there would be like additional DLC outside of the Sega Pass, which is basically the name for their season pass for Monkey Ball. Personally, like, of course, what I would like to see is Shadow in ball form, because I think that would just be cute. Not Sonic, not classic Sonic in a onesie in ball form. No, actual Shadow. It can be modern Shadow. That would actually be funnier to me. You know, give me edgy Shadow in a ball, competing with monkeys. Like I imagine, I guess you still have to be cutified. Is generally what they do. I think that's what they did with Kazuma Kiryu. Oh yeah, they did get a thing from Dole. That I assume I guess that I actually do not play the game enough to know what's to keep up with this stuff, but I guess that was probably free DLC. Yeah, man, you know I'm kind of feeling the urge to start a campaign. start I could technically go back and start a new playthrough, I suppose. But anyway, so yeah, you know, there's plenty of possibility when it comes to Monkey Ball. Um, but certainly, like if we could get like just some Sonic X Shadow Generations themed stuff, like I don't know, like you know, it would be cute, just Black Doom in a ball, or one of the more realistic Shadow levels in a ball, something like that. Something that would look out of place if not for the fact that it's being cutified. Oh, I know that that Monkey Ball did get some Dole DLC. B, that's definitely something I remember. I saw recently. Okay, so you know, Monkey Ball has some possibilities, and we're definitely seeing something from that. King Ice, I don't care about because it's like hundreds of dollars worth of jewel encrusted Shadow the Hedgehog eggs and stuff. I don't even wear like normal jewelry. I'm not wearing Sonic jewelry. Like I would record it if they sent me a sample. I know they sent my boss a sample. I would say, yeah, this sure is a jewel encrusted vector head or whatever they end up doing. But you know, like I don't actually care about King Eyes. It has been like I will care about Funko Pops more than that. I talked about a Funko Pop recently. That's how, like, that is the gulf in my interest there. But regardless, it's possible. It's probably gonna be like Shadow themed or something. I'm sure. Like, I guess the one thing that would at least make me go, oh, that's kind of neat, would be like, I don't know, Chaos. They could probably do a cool Chaos-looking one. Oh, dang it. Man, I admit, like, the Dreamcast version, I enjoy playing it, but man, I forgot how bad the frame rate could be on this. But, alright. So, like, yeah, so someone in chat mentioned Sonic Rumble, and definitely, that is something I expect to see. Like, we are gonna get some kind of date on like when it's coming to North America and Europe, or at least North America. Which, you know, we know it's coming in the winter time. That was when it was announced. I guess there's a possibility it could come earlier, but I'm just expecting like, oh yes, November so-and-so is exactly when it's coming. And we'll probably get a trailer. Maybe they'll even like reveal some new characters or costumes we haven't seen before. Like, that's all definite possibilities. But I'm definitely at least expecting to see Rumble get acknowledged. Although, since it's expected to not come until winter, I wouldn't expect them to, like, reveal anything big, like, hey, these new characters are coming in an event, because, you know, it's just not running live. Now, speaking of that, we are definitely going to be getting something from Sonic Forces, I'm certain. Like, we're going to be getting, like, a Sonic Forces or Sonic Forces / Sonic Dash announcement of some kind. It's going to be some skin, probably, or a couple of skins. It's going to be like, hey, this is coming next month. The Shadow in a... Let's see, they already have in a vampire costume. Shadow in a ghost outfit. You know, for the new Shadow thing we're releasing. And maybe they'll also, like, announce, like, movie Shadow coming or something. Then that will probably be the extent of the movie stuff that we'll get. Now, if they want to impress me, they will show an actual clip from the movie. But we have absolutely zero reason to expect anything remotely like that. So, you know, I'm not expecting it. But, like, if they want to impress me, that would be a way to do it. And given that it's coming in a couple months, you know, that is like something that they could theoretically do. So yeah, so we're probably gonna get some mobile announcements. Oh right, I forgot. We're probably gonna get some mobile announcements. We're probably gonna get some like some merch announcements. Obviously, we're getting Lego. I don't know what else we get. I forget if they've talked about Jack's Pacific in previous in previous Sonic Centrals. I feel like they must have, but man, I don't know. But I'm sure there's also going to be like, I don't know, oh, we're obviously going to be getting something on DCX Sonic. That is guaranteed. They would not have run that animation when they did, and then done the Sonic Central when they did, unless we were getting something from that partnership. So, like, yeah, okay, so definitely something from DCS Sonic, which I speculated on this on the previous episode of this, I guess I should call it. Oh yeah, B, like, if we're getting anything, it's probably going to be a clip, because you don't have to cut that together, you don't have to, like, reveal more of the plot. You know, like, they could just show something from the first 15 minutes, or something from Shadow's introduction, something like that. So, like, yeah, we could get something. But anyway, but, like, as I was speculating last time, like, my expectation for DCX Sonic is just merchandise, you know, a clothing line, maybe like some art prints, maybe some, like, what's the word? Maybe some, like, cups, you know, stuff like that. But, like, we also do know that IDW has teased a crossover of some kind. They said that like, oh, the Sonic cast is going to have to face this big threats, and I forget what exactly was said, but it basically almost definitely sounded like a crossover. Everyone was assuming Godzilla, which I thought would be totally weird. Like I know we have like a Godzilla Power Rangers crossover, and Sonic, and so like Sonic isn't like above that in terms of tone. But I don't know. That just seemed weird to me. But okay, I have actually seen like all of Toho era. What was it? No, the first era. I forget what it's called. Um, but the goofy era of Godzilla. So, like, yeah, I mean, Godzilla can also be goofy, so it can definitely be in a Sonic-friendly thing. But anyway, I'm getting off track. But so, like, we're like some sort of like Sonic DC crossover is not outside the realm of possibility. I wouldn't actually expect the Sonic cast to like meet the DC heroes. Like I expect it's gonna be like an alternate universe where, like, you know, as we know, Shadow is Bat Hog, I guess, and Sonic is gonna be Super Hog, and Amy's gonna be Wonder. I don't want to call her Wonder Hog. Wonder Rose? I guess Wonder Amy, Wonder Woman. I guess technically they're all still men and women, so Amy can be Wonder Woman or whatever, and Silver can be Green Lantern. Uh, Espio can be the Flash. Vector can, Omega can be Red Tornado. Rouge can be Batgirl. Man, who could the Chaotix be? I mean, like, you know, I don't know. I guess, like, I could kind of see Vector being, like, Booster Gold. I don't know. Vector's way more competent than Booster Gold is, and he also is... Oh, crap. No, Silver's Booster Gold. Vector can be Green Lantern because he's green. And, Charmy, I mean, he's one of the three kids, so I guess he could be, like, a sidekick. Like, I guess Kid Flash? And, Cream can be a Robin, because why not? Like, it's not like Shadow has a child protege. Eggman, I guess, could be Lex Luthor. Like, he's bald already, you know? He would be a ginger if he had hair. Man, who could be the Joker? There's definitely, like, some possibilities for, like, Archie for Joker analogs, but for IDW / games, man, I don't know. And Blaze would be, man, I know there's a pyrokinetic female hero in DC, and I'm blanking on her name. But I don't know. Like, I guess. Oh wait, I guess she could be Firestorm. Like, I don't care if Firestorm's never been a girl, as far as I know. You know, he's up there, so sure. Okay, Blaze is Firestorm. Okay. Most of my knowledge of superheroes, for the record, does come from, like, the Bruce Timm DC universe and the various, like, animated stuff they've done, as well as Arrowverse. That's kind of it. Like, I definitely know, like the only comic books I really read of DC were Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. Oh, who could be Blue Beetle? You know what? I completely forgot about Tails. But Tails invents stuff, so that would not work for Blue Beetle. You know what would be funny? There is a Dr. Ivo in DC who builds robots, and he is technically a villain. Dr. Eggman could totally be Dr. Ivo, and that would actually match up with Omega well enough. Because, you know, Red Tornado was built by Dr. Ivo. Now, in most things I've seen, Dr. Ivo is dead. So I don't have that much like a genuine experience with him, but I don't know. That would be funny, especially since, you know, his Dr. Eggman's name in the U.S. comics has been like Ivo Robotnik. I think that was also true for the UK stuff, if I remember correctly. I mean, I guess Tails could be Tim Drake, but part of the issue for me is that like for the Bat family, it's kind of, like Shadow is Batman, and so like Cream for me, Cream is already stretching it. So to make Tails a Shadow sidekick, just I don't know. that does seem a bit of a stretch. Like I feel like they should probably like lean on Tails's inventor roots for this, or the fact that he can fly. Oh, you know what? I completely forgot about Knuckles too, which is stupid because I'm a big Knuckles fan. Okay, Knuckles can be. Well, I already got a Flash, and that's Espio. I know a lot of people were suggesting him for Superman, which I guess works, but let's see. No, not Martian Manhunter. You know what? Actually, forget Vector. Knuckles is Green Lantern. Vector is I guess Vector could just be another Green Lantern, Guy Gardner. Okay, anyway, I'm spending too long on this, but man, who is a major inventor in the DC universe? This is annoying me. Okay. Okay, Tails gets to be Ted Kord, the Blue Beetle, who's like, low rent Batman. Okay. Tails is Ted Kord, and let's see, Vector can be Green Arrow, because, again, he's green. And also, as far as I can remember, there has not been, there are no, like, Arrow using Sonic characters. Although, well, yeah, like, Whisper could be Green Arrow, I guess.
Head straight up. You should be able to get
But, Vector's green, he's going to be Green Arrow. Okay. So that's all them sorted. By the way, Ted Kord Blue Beetle is what I mean. Which, of course, does mean that there is no Jaime Reyes Blue Beetle, which, is fine. And although, in the comics, Ted Kord does get shot by Booster Gold, but not Booster Gold, by, man, how did I forget his name? I just had it a second ago. Oh, come on. But Ted Kord dies. He gets shot by, Maxwell Lord, whom some of you may remember from the Wonder Woman sequel. But, okay. And, and you know what? Honey gets to be Chitara, but Honey's not a relevant character in Sonic at the moment, so that just gets to be, like, my personal headcanon. Anyway, okay, that's everyone. So, okay, so my medium expectation for the DC Sonic crossover is a mini-series from IDW. My preference would be Sonic meeting the DC cast, but my expectation would be Sonic being the DC cast. And finally, like, for me, like, the max, the ultimate thing, the coolest thing would be game and animated stuff. So, like, hey, they like, Sonic is getting, like, a direct-to-video DC movie, inexplicably, for some reason. And also, the Sonic X Shadow Generations DLC is going to be a Shadow in a Batman costume. And also, that will be in Sonic Forces, and Sonic Dash, and Sonic Rumble, and there will be, like, DC levels in all of these games. Okay, except for Rumble, but the other games, like, it'll be available for a limited time in Forces, probably, because that's how they've handled, like, I know that's how they handled the movie content anyway. and we'll also get some characters and like some special DLC for Sonic Shadow Generations. That'd be like the big thing for me. That, and again, an animated movie, which is definitely not going to happen. But you know, this is where I could dream big. The whole like the maximum I'm expecting. All right. So okay. So let's see. Anything else I can speculate about? Well, we may get some more IDW news. Like, if it's not DCX Sonic, it's probably going to be something else. Like I said, they teased a crossover a while ago. Could be Godzilla or something else. Who knows? I can't really hazard to speculate about that. I wouldn't really know what we'd be getting. But one thing we may be getting is a tie-in comic for the third movie. Like you know, we had the prequel movie to Sonic 2 come out a few years ago. They could very easily announce something like that for December at this thing at the Sonic Central. And okay, we do know about the Nuckles one shot. So, but yeah, okay, so we could potentially see that. And I don't know, there's certainly like other IDW news I would love to see, but that's just getting into IDW wish casting, like, ooh, a spin-off comic. But oh hey, I actually still have the Takao DLC in here. Do I how do I access it? It's been a while, I forgot. This was some fan DLC. Ah, okay. So it's in the jungle. I can't access that in this file yet. I mean, in this particular playthrough, anyway. But anyway, okay. So, I guess the final bit of speculation should be on what games we'll see. I definitely expect that we're going to get some kind of Sonic Shadow Generations news. Like, come on, the game comes out in about a month. It is about that time for their final reveal, and it could just be the DLC. But we definitely do still have some levels we don't know about. I think they haven't announced. Yes, these are all the levels in Sonic Shadow Generations. So. I expect we may be getting the reveal of the last couple of levels for that game in a new trailer. Ooh, yeah, we could get a Jack-specific DC Sonic figure. That is true. That would also be pretty cool. But of course, that's certainly like what I'm expecting, just like a Sonic Shadow Generations trailer. But it's not completely outside the realm of possibility that we could get some kind of game reveal, not a mainline game, but something else. Now, obviously, we don't talk about that guy who was leaking all of that stuff earlier this year, and turned out that they were like lying about what they were. But they did have a good have a good document at the very least, which is where a lot of this stuff was coming from. And we know that there are a couple more mobile games in development. You know, there is some kind of Chow game coming. I know what Izuka said. So I imagine it's probably not like a Chow Garden type thing. It's probably more along the lines of like, I don't know, some sort of like mobile gacha type thing that stars Chow. Something that probably won't excite people, but will still have Chow in it. So there was that, and there was also a Sonic Sports game coming, Sonic Soccer, which is something we technically never reported on at Sonic Stadium. But because like we were waiting for like permission from this person to like say yeah we can use anything on this document that they sent us as proof. But yeah, so we do have a Sonic Sports game coming for mobile, Sonic Soccer, and we also have a Sega Sports game, which Sega Superstars Tennis. So these are all yes, Midori, James. That is who I'm talking about. Which thankfully they've disappeared from the internet, and I don't think we'd report on them anyway if they did come back. I don't know. That'd ultimately be up to our boss. But by and large, like we know that the info that they gave us was legit, even if everything else about them was suspect, which is why I'm talking about. So like yeah, so any of those things could get announced at this thing. Frankly, that's kind of one reason why I was expecting a Sonic Central in the summer, was because hey, there's all these mobile games coming. They're supposedly coming this year. At least I thought I was under the impression that they were anyway. So like when you want to announce that, like between June and August. Oh right, yeah. Ooh, you know what? Let's do the better one. Let's do the nice one. There you are. So I guess I should mention this is being streamed directly off of Dreamcast. This is not emulation, which is why this might not look the best. Oops. One reason why I'm doing this is because I did want to test out my Dreamcast stream. My Dreamcast streaming, see how that looked. But anyway, oh yeah. So for games, so yeah, we could get those mobile games, but it's also not outside the realm possibility that we could get some kind of like game console spin-off announced here. Like really, we don't know how Sega is going to. What the hell? Oh, thought I had more balls. We don't really know how Sega is going to like handle those kinds of games under how they currently handle the Sonic brand. Like, because they used to do, once upon a time, multiple like games a year, both mainline and spin-off and for multiple platforms. But we kind of haven't gotten like a proper Sonic console spin-off since Team Sonic Racing, and I guess Mario and Sonic, both of which were 2019 games. But at least, like given that Team Sonic Racing was originally meant for like like 2018, technically like it was going to be the annual Sonic game for that year. But I hope, what I would love to see is just like, like an enhanced port of Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transform. Like, that is something I've been begging for years. I mean, I get, okay, you know what? Technically, we did get 2 Sonic games in 2022, although that was sort of like, holdover anniversary stuff, to be fair, like Origins and Frontiers. But, so like we could get some sort of like mid-tier console port at this. Like that feels like something that's in the realm of possibility to me. And of course, what that could be anything. Like it could be like a port of the adventure titles, which would be awesome. Or it could be a port of Transformed or any of their spin-offs. Like it could be any number of games that are not like big enough to be treated as an annual title. So like a compilation or a spin-off port. So, you know, we're definitely not getting the next mainline, but I could, you know, that doesn't mean we're not getting anything for consoles. Of course, like I said, keep your expectations in check. I know I am. Like, there have been some very disappointing Sonic Centrals out there. Like, I think, as I recall, the 2022 one felt completely pointless. Like, it was mostly merchandise, and that was like a 30-second look at Sonic Frontiers, and that was just kind of it. Like, it was the biggest waste of time ever. Okay, anyway. Oh, I should deposit these rings. Anyway, don't think I have much else to discuss. I would prefer to end the stream after I finish this level. So, if anyone in chat wants to, I don't know, give me their predictions, I could respond to that, or I can just try to figure out what else I could. Yeah. Like, what would be kind of funny would be if we got like a Sonic Advanced compilation announcement. Because of course they guess like I think they just commented on that, and I forget exactly what they said. I know they said it's not happening, or like it's not happening right now, but that doesn't mean anything if we're being honest. Like, game companies will lie to your face until the moment they are ready to announce something. Man, we need a Nikes in the Dream Central. But beyond like an enhanced port of Sonic, what was I saying? Sonic and All Stars Racing Transformed. Another thing we really need is just like some kind of compilation of the adventure titles. Like, I would love to just have from the ground up ports of the Dreamcast games with some bugs fixed for the for modern platforms. You know, like, give me Sonic Adventure with all the Dreamcast DLC, and give me Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 with like all the non-licensed Dreamcast DLC that, you know, so they can still do something with. And like for extras, we could get like, I don't know, Nikes into Dreams. That'd be fun. A port of Nikes into Dreams HD. But again, I am just kind of, I don't know, like, so much of the current Sonic library is just inaccessible in modern platforms that they could very easily release like just multiple Sonic things a year, primarily of just ports and compilations. And I'm not even talking about something like Unleashed, which, by the way, like, I definitely think that if we get Unleashed, it's going to be a Sonic Shadow Generations type ultimate port, you know? Like, it is definitely not going to be just a straight up bare bones port at this point. Because with Sonic Colors Ultimate and now Sonic Shadow Generations, Sega has found a model that works. Let's see, am I done? I am. Sega has found a model that works, which is, you know, take Sonic's more recent HD titles, polish them up, add some new stuff to them, and then like just release them for close to full price. Which, you know, that's now what they have done with 2 separate games. Technically 3 if you want to count Origins. Like Origins, you know, that's mostly just ports of the iOS games, but with a brand new port of Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and then they all packaged that into a brand new release. And Sonic Colors Ultimate, they took that, you know, they ported it to a new engine, because apparently, like, doing a Wii port to modern stuff is difficult. I don't know. Like, I assume that they used a new engine because they wanted to, like, add skins and stuff to it, and new visual stuff, and that was only possible with a new engine. Which, unfortunately, had other drawbacks. But, you know, so they did that with Colors Ultimate, and now they're doing it with Sonic Shadow Generation. You know, they're taking this game, and they're basically, like, attaching another game onto it that they couldn't... That's not going to be big enough, long enough for them to sell at full price, but now that's attached to a different game, you know, they can sell it for $50. Alright, so for Unleashed, they'll definitely probably do something to enhance it. Frankly, Unleashed does need some enhancements. And for Lost World, oh crap, I just realized. And for Lost World, they will also probably do some enhancements. I'll be like, for Lost World, that probably needs the least amount of work, if I'm being honest. Like, just in terms of the game itself, it's way less glitchy than Unleashed was. You know, it doesn't have any of the frame rate issues or anything. Although, the level design is kind of mid, I will admit, even though I... well, Lee Showrun, I guess went through all my predictions for Sonic Central. So you can rewind to my stream if you want to hear them. But if you got a couple, you know, I might have something to say. I don't know. Like I was about to. I'm actually just a couple minutes from stopping the stream, but it really wouldn't take me long to beat the next level. Oh yeah. I'm already talking about it. Yeah. Ice Stone. But yeah, I was just wrapping it up with just what kind of games we might see, and I figure, you know, nothing big, but we could see something small. So I think with this I am done. If you enjoyed this, you know, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy this, you can just ignore it. I'm not in this for the engagement, if I'm being honest. I'm just testing, like I said earlier, I'm just testing something out. The most I plan on doing after this is just seeing how the Dreamcast footage came out. Definitely, it does look kind of fuzzy, but that's probably to be expected. Oh yeah. Oh. Yeah, I wouldn't know if I wouldn't really expect a Sonic Dream Team. I forgot to mention Sonic Dream Team. I'm definitely not expecting them to announce support of that. Although if they did, I would be happy because it's a pretty fun game, and they have just added some nice depth to it with those new moves. Yeah. Shut up, Sonic. Okay. Man, I completely forgot about Dream Team. So like, I could definitely see us. Getting something from Dream Team, though. Like, again, not necessarily a port. I wouldn't expect that. But we did recently just get a whole new update for it. And one thing that's kind of been missing about its updates has been new characters. Which, I admit, like, I was kind of expecting at least a couple new characters. And given that it's the Year of Shadow, and given that they're still updating it for whatever reason, my expectation is that, you know, maybe we could still get Shadow. Like, I don't know, in terms of speed characters, we could get Shadow and Blaze. Flight characters, Charmy and Silver. And then for like strength characters, you know, Omega and oh sorry, glide characters, we could get like I don't know, Omega and Vector. Or SBO, like they could probably like SBO can climb walls, so they could probably give him like a ninja fan or something to glide on. Actually, that'd be better than Vector because Vector just has that big bubble gum from Sonic Heroes. But for SBO, they could definitely just give him a like a ninja fan, like I said. But anyway, so like yeah, we maybe we'll get some new characters. Like I'm surprised we haven't at least gotten Shadow. Like, maybe adding more new characters is more complicated than I was expecting, but, you know, that seems like a great way of renewing interest in this game, which they clearly, I don't know, are obligated to do, given that they've now done 4 updates. Of course, the ultimate thing that they could do to make me happy is a port and new DLC content in the short term, and like you know, and then the console port or Android port or whatever will like launch with all that stuff. Certainly, like given the latest update, one thing I am considering for Dream Team is a re-review because I forget where I said this. I think it was on Sonic Talk. Actually, no, it may have been on may have been while I was streaming Dream Team, but I did say that, hey, like, I don't know if I'm going to do a re-review. You know, it depends on how major these updates are. But if they're major enough, maybe. And this latest update, which adds a whole bunch of new moves and daily missions, and like brand new levels every single day. Albeit brand new levels that are like, you know, remixing existing content. That's still really cool. Like, those levels are fun, too. So, like, it is definitely a better game now than it was 10 months ago. And honestly, it's a shame that some of the stuff, like, wasn't in the game from day one. Well, yeah, but I know Hello Kitty Island is getting ports, but that's Hello Kitty Island. We were told from someone who would, like, know these things that a port of this game was very unlikely. And every deal is different. So just because one game on Apple Arcade got a port doesn't mean others will. So, you know, we'll see. Like, certainly just for the sheer accessibility of it, I would prefer to have it everywhere. Although one thing I do want everyone to keep in mind when it comes to Dream Team is that it is still very much a mobile game. And like, it's very fun as a mobile experience, but it is a bit shallow as a console game. Like, it is a very magnetic kind of game. Everything's very sticky, and that limits things like having like take certain shortcuts through a level and stuff. And it also gets limited in your moves. Like, thankfully, move customization is nice, and I can't wait to unlock everything in the move customization, because it already does feel like it really is allowing me to like enhance my playing certain levels and strategize and such. So, you know, but I do think Dream Team, to make the most of a console port, gonna need more than just a simple port. Gonna need like a proper overhaul. Man, I wish this game had tricks on the snowboard. Like, proper tricks you could just pull off with the controller, not just pressing a button at the right time. Ah. Hey, Dolius, I'm about to sign off. But, yeah, it's been a while since I've seen you. Anyway. Alright, so I think that'll do it for tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed this, and I don't know, if this thing does well enough, that increases the odds of me doing more, although I don't always have access to like streaming tech, my streaming tech, so it will kind of depend. Well, But regardless, it's late. I'm all talked out. We'll be seeing you at the Sonic Central tomorrow because we are doing a live stream of that. A live reaction of that on Sonic Stadium. So, you know, if you're up at 12 p.m. Well, okay. I would expect most everyone will be up by then. If you're on the Pacific and you're available at 9 a.m. PST, then, you know, join us. My brain was on Pacific time for a second there. Alright, so until next time, Sonic Shush. Until next time, this is Nuckles87 of Sonic Stadium, signing off.